We have Kate Williams calling from Charlotte, North Carolina, and she
Great.
has an absolutely killer question about close reading.
Well, I was just thinking about the idea of spontaneous poetry, the babble talk, and scatting type of poetry. Is there a need for close reading? Is there a deeper level? And basically, that's it. It's a different way to receive poetry. You're not looking further for other meanings.
Yeah, that's such an interesting question. When we get to the realm of babble flow, or extremely soundy or improvised, or in the case of Waldman, just a varied thing, where she just kind of gives you a new version, should we do less close reading? Should we relax our tendency to go deep, right? So,
right.
Yeah, that's the question. So, Kate, would you hang up and listen to the answers through the webcast, and we'll thank you for calling from. I know that Richmond, Virginia is a long way from you, but actually it's not so horribly long. Maybe you'll go to that Halloween meetup in Richmond.
Well, it's about 5 hours. But
5 hours, okay.
It.
For ModPo, 5 hours. You probably have kids you have to go Halloweening with, and I know I'm imposing on you, but do it for the toad. Thanks, Kate. Thank you so much.
All right.
See ya.
Bye.
Okay. Does anybody want to take a stab at that? I mean, rust, 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 die, 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 pipe, pipe, ash, ash, die, die, ding, dong, ding, 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 rust, cob, die, pipe. I'd rather be as permeated as Rusty's moonlight rourke as be perturated in this bile art of panatelier, where act the or she rosh crushes my tired idiot hand. Oh, Lord, I is coming to you'd soon's use ready as can readies by Mazatlan heroes pointed out Mexico's and all ye rhythmic bay fishermen don't hang fish I poppy in my Ramadan give diggerette sop of Arab squat the Berber types that hang fardels on their women back with Asleaf Eric some son with blady matter I guess as whoop a mule in sing-song pathetic mule jump field by quite fluff smoke North Carolina near Weldon Railroad Bridge Roanoke millionaire high ridge high party high five $1 million fin driver skinfish rod tong apple finder John Sunform goodbye paw mule American song. Now should we close read that? Lily says no because she just doesn't like Kerouac when he does babble flow. Jason, should we close read it? And what
should? Well, I'm not big on should. So,
I know that.
But yeah, I think you can close read it.
Okay.
In a number of ways, you can close read it in the way that you would watch a dance performance and respond with your body.
Mm-hmm.
You can close read it and create bubbles of connections between words.
Mm-hmm.
So in a nonlinear sense, you can create little clusters and then see how those clusters interact with each other.
Emily, Max, Molly, quickly each. Can you close reading? Should you close read? Is it beneficial to close read? I mean, I've seen great close readings of Ella Fitzgerald's Scat, and I am in the middle of reading many books about free jazz in the late 50s and early 60s, where people close read. Is this in that category? Emily, say anything.
Yeah, I think it certainly is. And one of the things that's so striking about this is that sonic quality. But when we say reading, we don't just mean talking about textuality. We mean talking about all of the things that produce what we think of as literature and poetry, and so much of poetry is sound. So yeah, by all means, close read something, even if it seems that reading isn't the particular activity that it's looking for.
Right, that's good. I mean, even in the case of the babble flow that I just read or tried to perform, it has a semantic sense. It's really about an American experience. It's about railroading. It's about longing to be in the 30s. A guy in the 50s trying to be a hobo, not succeeding, but trying to do it verbally. Max, and then Molly.
Yeah, absolutely. I think when we're close reading in ModPo, and I mean what I do for close reading, for instance, it's like we're not looking for hidden meanings or things that are sort of buried beneath layers, right? Or so they're somehow smuggled in to a kind of surface texture performance, because that would go against the idea that this is spontaneous, right? Because how could he smuggle in all this deeper meaning like spontaneously? That doesn't make sense. What we mean is sort of reading not for depth, but rather laterally, and trying to figure out, why these spontaneous associations, why one is following the other. This is kind of the bubbles of meaning that Jason just said, and then that's where we start to get at a kind of like richer cultural historical understanding of why he would slip into some kind of African American dialect, which is a little weird, and then say something about Turks or something, and why all these things are happening around this pretense of spontaneity or liberation or something, and that starts to get better meaning of the poem, I think.
Really well put. It turns out that the semantic close reading could turn out to be a very negative situation, which is maybe what Lily is implying. But I think actually there it's not quite unintentional or liberal beat racism, but I also think it's some kind of engagement with tobacco culture that he's dealing with there.
Yeah.
So you've got the whole sharecropping situation, which is preceded by slavery, and you also have the competition with Middle Eastern tobacco. So he's really actually riffing on the sounds of the South there in a way that's very complicated. Molly, last thought on this?
Yeah, I think you really nailed it when you said sound, and I think in this case it's close reading and rereading more for experience of the poem than a hidden layer of meaning, like Max said. It's really about the feeling and the sound and the rhythm of it.